possibly there. Chainsaw, balers, extended information, simple inspector, precision farming. I am not seeing anything that shows date time. I thought there was one. Maybe it's here. Crosshair, auto start, items in shop. Date, here we go. Top right corner, bottom left, top left, bottom right. So I could move that. While we're here, we'll save it. I could move my my clock from up here to maybe down here or down here. And I don't have anything going on in those corners at the moment. So maybe that's a thing I could consider. Looks like the harvester veered off course a little. But we're 80% full, so end of this row we'll empty it as planned. I could put it on a worker, just have it go up the field a little way while we take what's in the cart down to the cereal factory. We can make some oaties, because this isn't wheat. 5% full. I'm thinking this is... honestly, I don't know how big this is. $17,100. It's not bad. It's not quite what we have here, but it's looking good. Alrighty, that's all done. Then rather jumping over to the harvest with their tractor. Just a little bit easier to do it this way. And we'll dump this on the axles. Spread the load. Oh, it's still emptying, which is a good sign. As I say, I think oats is a fairly low density crop, so it doesn't weigh down the trailers quite so much. Okay, I think forward's good, and I'll look in there. We are at 86%. There's enough room for... I can't remember whether this is the 50,000 litre trailer or the 52, but either way, I think what I should consider here is getting this nicely lined up. I will err on the side of going right here, and I'll just set the worker off, and we'll take this down to the cereal factory, which won't take long. And the harvester has more than enough. Oops. These hedges. Really? Yes. Farm sim physics. I am now stuck on the hedge because the weight went through and then got stuck. limits of this thing. We're on the limits of this turn radius. So I did want to get as close as I could to that hedge without actually getting stuck on it. And we're now out of here. Good. Good grief. Okay, let's do a trip in the cab. So I think this is an older model of class. Potentially something in the 2005-2012 period. So it generally doesn't have all the funky extras that modern tractors have. But that's not why we bought it. We bought it to compact silage and all big giant heavy loads like this. No idea what the weight of this is, of course. Oh, how did he do on the turn? It looks like he's missing bits at the end of the rows, so we're going to have to come back and do those. Apart from that, okay, I've got to remember, so the edge of the map is straight ahead into that open concrete slab. That's the oil mill, I do believe. And this is the cereal factory. Otis. Oh, good guess. And it doesn't have a police crime scene tape on the floor to show where to tip them. That's fine. So contract is 70% done. Nice. And 82% transported, so again this is not the greatest of equipment to be bringing into this area. So, let's just go straight back now. There you go. Now you should be able to get it. Yes, we made it. Whoa. But yeah, as far as things go, we are kind of going ludicrous size on our carts. Really. But we'll get back to the field and we will jump back in the harvester and get this job finished. How are we doing? 6 o'clock game time. More solid parts of hedges that cause tractors to go into orbit again. And then once we've done this will probably come up as a cultivating contract. The problem is our cultivator, as I said, was in seeding mode, so I don't have an actual cultivator at this stage. When I get a proper direct drill of decent size that probably only the Zerion can haul, then we'll look at taking the the seeding attachments off our cultivator, and we'll only really be using it for contracts from then onwards. But yeah, it's nice to have the equipment available to do contracts with, so you get the full payment, even if we don't use the contract on our farm. So potentially the mulcher's not going to be used anymore for anything, because it looks like I could probably mulch this field, but foraging corn is not allowing us to mulch. So again, that's potentially a piece of equipment I don't really need, but since it's a combo mulcher roller, we will be rolling our seeds, so we'll keep it at least for that job, and contract rolling is a thing. Okay, that's all the bits the worker missed. We are 37% full. How much more have we got here? I might swing up this way. I think because we're a little bit lateral on this hill, the harvester should be able to make this. But we have dropped to 4 miles an hour. So it's not completely happy with this angle, but it's not as sad as it was coming straight up from the entrance to the top here. There's traction. Well, it looks like the traction's okay, it's just it wasn't... It's not happy with the grade, that's for certain. Okay. And now we go racing down the hill. Yeehaw! So that gives me a little bit more room to turn around here. Probably not going to be able to do it in one turn from this angle. Maybe I can. And that's sort of a little bit of a problem with this because I've got the smaller header. I'm not harvesting crop efficiently to make the turn at the end of the field. So we end up turning a little bit wide as we start coming back. We have to make a banjo turn. To fit it all in. Alrighty. That's good. Not sure yet. I think we might make that turn as well. Okay, so we've got enough room to make turns at the end without having to engage reverse. Happy with that. 51% full. I guess. This won't take. Well, that's the problem. We're now turning around very frequently, so we're spending progressively more of our time not harvesting as we make these turns. Oh, this is... a bit of a struggle around there. So, I'm not surprised he's contracted out his harvesting. I'm sure finding a harvester big enough to crawl up this hill is quite a challenge. I'm surprised ours is getting problems, but it is what it is. Okay. Let's swing south. Not too bad, I guess. It almost looks like it's getting to the point where going north-south is probably the more efficient cut direction, except climbing the hill. Just not the greatest of things. Did I miss a bit there? No. What am I doing now? We're at 62%. Okay, 62%. I still think we might get all of this in the grain tank. Of course, the other thing is if we did have the huge header, we would be struggling to run that on this grade. So it's actually not a bad thing that our header is a little bit small for this harvester. Here we go. I am going to turn the header off every time we get to the end of the road to make the turn because we're struggling up the hill a bit. Are we doing 6:30 game time? So as I said, possibly 1.5 hours of game time on the clock to finish this. I don't think it's going to be well before 8 o'clock we get this finished. Okay, where are we at? 69%. That's good. Oh, I didn't make a right hand turn, so this might be a little bit tighter, but engage. What do we reckon? 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, including this one. Alrighty. Alright. Yeah, maybe not. It's definitely winning. This is good. The end of the task. What I'll probably end up doing is just driving the tractor over to the cereal factory, dropping everything off there, driving it back to the farm, and coming back for this later. just going to cut the top off and then come back for the rest at another angle. Whee! And somewhere here. Gotcha. Alrighty, and that is contract done. I can now select that, fold that up, and unfold the doodad. And try not to bash a tractor with it. Ooh! Yay. And there we go. Header is folded. Nice. Alright. Get this crop dumped and close the pipe up. And then park this off to the side. Zoot. And no! See, there's the problem. You have to select the harvester before you tell it to fold up, because otherwise you unfold the header again. That's not the plan. Awesome. Okay, park that there. Jump in the Zarian. I'm not sure if the contract is finished yet. Where's contracts? Oh, contracts. What am I doing? And we have 17% of the contract to deliver. I guess we'll see how that works out. Doesn't look like we get very much in the way of bonus crop from harvesting, like we do with bonus grass from a crop when we're baling. So still baling contracts, best contracts around, because you end up with so much bonus at the end of it and you get paid tens of thousands of pounds for completing it. But still, this is not to be sniffed at. And of course, that's the other thing. Oats are valuable. The value of oats is much higher than that of wheat or barley per litre. The value, the aggregate value, if we'd harvested this field and it was wheat, we would end up with a similar amount of crop value as we get from the oats. So it's not like, oats are really, really good because they're high value, we just get less of them. But there's less journeys to the sell point with a load of oats than there is with wheat or barley. But yeah, at the end of the day you get paid pretty much the same regardless. And come on. Okay, it didn't tell me I can tip, but I can. 53 done, and we made 4,000 in bonus, which is pitiful compared with whatever. But we also get 8,448, 8,484, and it reckons 3,000 for the bonus. I think we got 4,000 for the bonus. So hey, that's okay. It's 37% or 37,000. That's kind of back where we were. I think. Oh, and I've hit the hedge again. I think on that note, we're pretty much good here. Come on, turn, and yes. Let's head back to the yard. So I think that puts August 3 in the books. We did get all of our fields planted with grass that we wanted planted. We did get the pH balance on our 2 arable fields that we can't plant until next month. And we did 2 contracts which kind of sort of covered our costs for the day. We did spend a little bit on lime, but that was personal use, and yeah, you want good crop yields, you're going to have to spend the money. We had to buy some diesel, which we're going to be using that in the next few days anyway, as we do work around the farm. But September's going to see a good income, so we'll be able to cover costs of doing things at least next month, and then there'll be another round of silage before winter. So for the most part, I think we're looking good. We've got diesel in this tractor. To clean this kit off because I did put it away earlier and think maybe I should have cleaned it. Yeah, we'll clean it now. So yeah, that's it from Glenleathann today. You all have a good week. We'll be back next week with small children making lots of noise in the background, and in the meantime, have fun, and I'm out of here.